I know you like doing that. So this is Quiz 6 Study Guide. Blay, shoot. All right, number 1 over here. That's equal to -6, and then it's -x plus 3y plus z equal to -8, and it's 3x plus 3y plus 2z equals 2. All right, so I'm going to number these equations. Then I'm going to pair up 1 and 2. All right, so I'm glancing at these equations right now. We got 3's in front of all the y's, right? Everybody see that? So I'm going to get rid of y's in my first step. So when I write equation 2 right here, I'm going to save some time, and I'm going to multiply equation 2 by, what am I going to multiply it by? Times it by -1. So my -x times -1. Don't need to do all that. Just rewrite the equation 2 and change the sign of everything. So it's going to be x minus 3y minus z equals +8. All right, now look, when I write 2 and 3 over here, I'm going to do the same thing with this equation 2. I'm going to multiply it by -1 when I rewrite it, because that'll give me a -3y, and then I've already got a +3y in equation 3. So right here I got x minus 3y minus z equals 8, and then 3x plus 3y plus 2z equals 2. So remember, after this step, when I create equation 4 and equation 5, equations 4 and 5 need to have the same 2 variables. So equation 4, -3x plus x is -2x. 3y's go away. -3z minus z, that's -4z. And -6 plus 8 is +2. Equation 5, I'm going to get a 4x. My 3y's go away. -z plus 2z is +z, and I'm equal to 10. Now what I'm going to do, since I've got a -2x and a +4x, I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to multiply it by 2. I'm going to take equation 4, I'm going to multiply it by 2, and I'm going to write it right here. Because -2x times 2 is -4x. -4z times 2 is -8z. And what's 2 times 2? 12. Now I'm going to combine those two. My x's are gone. 4x minus, or 4x plus -4x, that's 0. z minus 8z, that's a negative 7z. It's equal to 14. Going to divide by negative 7. And z is equal to negative 2. All right, now I'm going to go back to doesn't matter where, well, it does matter where I can go back to. I can go back to either equation 4 or equation 5, and I can substitute the negative 2. So I'm going to go back to equation 4, and I'm going to substitute. So when I substitute, I get negative 2x minus 4 times negative 2 equals 2. So negative 2x, negative 4 times negative 2 in here. This is a plus 8 equals 2. Subtract 8. Negative 2x equals negative 6, and divide by negative 2. So our x equals 3. And now I have to go back to an equation that has all 3 variables. So I'm going to go back to equation 3. And I'm going to substitute the x equals 3 and the z equals negative 2, and I'm going to solve for y. So right up here, I got 3 times 3 plus 3y plus 2 times negative 2 equals 2. So I get 9 plus 3y minus 4 equals 2. I get 3y. When I combine my 9 and negative 4, I get a positive 5 equals 2. I'm going to subtract 5. 3y equals negative 3, and I'm going to divide by 3. And y equals negative 1. And it don't matter what I seem to do, I run out of room every time. But anyway, there's your solution set. That's a 3, a negative 1, and negative 2. Everybody good? Everybody got that written down? Okay, solve the system of inequalities by graphing. I'll do number 4. I'm going to do 4 and 5 just because I want to show you those horizontal vertical line problems. So you got y less than or equal to negative x plus 3. You got y greater than 3x minus 2. All right, so we're going to put these on a coordinate plane. Let's see, there and there. X-axis, y-axis. They're already in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to graph the first line in black. I'm going to put a point on positive 3 on the y-axis. The slope of this line is negative 1. So I'm going to rise 1, but I'm going to run 1 to the left. I'm going to continue that until I have enough points to give me a line, or to show me where the line's going to go. Now, this is less than or equal to, so this is a solid line. It's going right here. Less than or equal to, we shade the bottom of the line. So this portion of the line would be shaded. The second equation, y is greater than 3x minus 2. So we're going to negative 2 on the y-axis, and we're putting a point. The slope of this line is 3, and 3 is the same as 3 over 1. So we're going to rise 3, we're going to run 1, and then we're going to rise 3, run 1. Gotta be careful on that. Never mind. This is a dashed line. So we're going through these points with a dashed. Greater than shades the top. So we would be shading the top of this line. Okay? So we're shading up here. Does everybody see where the shaded regions intersect? Our shaded regions intersect right here along this line. Now it's not going to be on line 2. It's going to be above it, just above it. Okay? So here's our solutions. And let's look at number 5, which is x is greater than or equal to negative 2. Y is greater than negative 4. We'll call this one 1 and 2. X greater than or equal to negative 2. So we go to the x-axis and we put a point on negative 2. X equals lines, or x greater than or equal to lines. Those are vertical lines. So we're going right here. That's the graph of x is greater than or equal to negative 2. There's your line 1. I'm going to shade to the right. Everything greater than negative 2. Line 2, y is less than negative 4. So we go to negative 4 on the y-axis. Put a point there. Now we've got a dashed line through negative 4 on the y-axis. So we're right here. There's your line 2. Greater than negative 4. So that's everything above. All right, so where our shaded regions intersect are along this y. Everything right up to, but not included, the -4. And then we're going right at all of this region. Any point in this region is a solution. Bless you. All right, and then I'm going to do problem number 7. Two x plus 5y equals 20. Three x minus 4y equals 7. Now, all this problem is what you would do in a problem like number 1 when this is your equation 4 and this is your equation 5. When you get to that step, okay, when you get to combining an equation 4 and an equation 5, you need to eliminate a variable. Both equations should have the same variables in them. They both got x and y's. So I'm going to eliminate the x's. I'm going to multiply this top equation by -3. When I do that, I get 2 times -3, I get -6x minus 15y equals -60. I chose to eliminate the x's. So I've got a -6x now in this top equation. So I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by +2. When I do that, I get a positive 6x minus 8y equals 14. I'm going to combine these two equations. So my -15y minus 8y, that's -23y is equal to -60 and 14, -46. Divide by -23. Our y equals 2. I'm going to go back to the original first equation, and I'm going to substitute. I'm going to substitute this y equals 2 where this y is. So I got 2x plus 5 times 2 equals 20. No? Yeah? Yeah, oh yeah, here, yeah. Okay. Thought I made a mistake. So 2x plus 10 equals 20. Subtract 10 from each side. 2x equals 10 and divide by 2. Looks like x is going to equal x equals 5. There's your solution set. 5, 2. Now that's going to conclude the notes for the Quiz 6 study guide. So your responsibility for now is to go back and do problem 2 and do problem 3 and problem 6 and problem 8. All right? What you want to try to do is do them on your own without looking at your notes. That will gauge how prepared you are for the quiz tomorrow. But if you need to glance at your notes, well, then you've got an example of each problem. And your answers are on the back, of course. So that's all I've got for today. You e-learners, at this time, you're excused to go do what I just asked everyone to do. And your quiz will be uploaded to Focus this afternoon, and there will be no Zoom meeting tomorrow. So if you don't have any questions, you're excused at this time. If you do have any questions, feel free to email me or ask right now. If I don't hear from anybody in the next, I'll assume you don't have any questions. And when I hear that, hang on.